There's no turning back once we're out the door. Leave your message here on the telephone, 'cause we've no idea when we're coming home. Any place we wander to, any season we go through, I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, heaven knows. Running around the world with you. When you smile, I smile too. How I ever made it without you, heaven knows, heaven knows. I feel the weather changing, better get out soon. Don't let go of my hand no matter what you do. Well, I'm here for you. Through the thick and thin, we're on a winding road that never ends. Any place we wander to, any season we go through, I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, heaven knows. Running around the world with you. When you smile, I smile too. You, heaven knows, heaven knows.
Becoming friends, you took my hand for a dance, and I've loved you ever since.
The storm is on our heels and we'll be swept away. We better run, 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 honey, what you say? Gonna be alright with you by my side. I can't believe you're mine. Oh, thanks so much. That song we just released a music video for over the summer. Really fun. And we're playing songs off of our new record called Darlin, oh Darlin. So this next song is on there, and it's called Love of Mine. let you go. Oh, and I'm willing to lose anything if I have you. Darling, no matter what it takes, we'll make it through. No matter what it takes, we'll make it.
I don't have many fancy things to my name. Aren't they fleeting anyway? But I'm more fortunate than I have been told. Now that I've found your art of gold.
Well, I never guarantee we'll be fine. Only give you one day at a time. Love of mine, I know everything can change. Let it change. But I'll still fall for you every day. Oh, I want you to know you're not in this on your own. Oh, because darling, I would never let you go. Oh, and I'm willing to lose anything if I have you. Darling, no matter what it takes, we'll make it through. Oh, don't be afraid, my dear, 'cause I'm not going anywhere. You know that I'll be there for you. No matter what it takes, we'll make it through.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here. We were here in September and we got our minds blown by the tour. Madison gave us a tour and we heard about the talks and she got us connected. So we're really stoked to be here and to be a part of this today. And we were just in Denver. We had a show at the Bob, a brew on Broadway, and it was cool to reconnect. And so we come this way a few times a year, and so hopefully we'll get to see you guys again, and with the full band and all the amps and everything, but this is cool in a little acoustic set. We got one more song off of this is a single off of our record, and Josh wants to make sure that you know.
Yeah, I don't know if we told you guys or not. We're all brothers and sisters up here, and if you saw the picture, we're missing one sister. She just had a baby like last month, so we kind of we're excited about that. We're heading home from here, so we're excited to kind of reconnect and see him again. He's just like a month old now, so we decided not to like bring her on tour with us, you know.
All right, this is a single off our new record. It's called Along the Way.
2, 3, 4. Follow me to my favorite tree. Well, I'm offering a steady hand. I could be your security, but there's no guarantee on anything. And I'll take care of you and you take care of me along the way. My love, one day at a time, we'll leave our troubles behind. Here with you in our treetop view, where it takes me to when I was young. I fell before, but I can't ignore that it's nothing like I'm falling now. No, it's nothing like I'm falling now. And I'll take care of you along the way. My love, one day at a time, we'll leave our troubles behind. And you take care of me along the way. My love, one day at a time, we'll leave our troubles behind. Yeah, 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 yeah. Behind. And you take care of me along the way. My love, one day at a time, we'll leave our troubles behind. One day at a time. 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 Our troubles behind. Thank you.
So we did a quick intro in the beginning, but if we could go through and get everyone's names and what instruments you play.
Okay, we can start here and go down. I'm Jordan. Nice to meet you guys. I'm the drummer of the band. And I play a couple other instruments like guitar, ukulele, and those are like kind of my main three that I stick to. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jamison. I play mandolin, banjo, guitar, ukulele. Also play drums. Started on violin, but about that. That's about it.
I'm Josh. I play guitar and I sing, and I do play the bass, and I started on violin, and I can play a couple others, but not well, so we won't count those. Right.
I'm Jenni, and I mostly sing for the group, and I also play the violin. We didn't bust it out today because the songs, but that's my passion is violin, and actually Josh and I write a lot of the lyrics for the group, and so that's another passion too.
All right. I'm John, and I play keys and accordion and basically anything that looks like piano a little bit, and a little bit of guitar, and yeah.
I'm Justin, and I play the bass And I play like 14 different instruments, so you can guess. They're all stringed instruments.
Okay, so that was 17 plus 14. We're missing Jessi. What does Jessi play?
Jessi plays banjo, mandolin, violin, viola, guitar. Yeah, I think that's about it, maybe. I'm probably missing some.
Okay.
It's always hard. We always get that question, like, how many instruments do you guys play? And it's like, we've never really come up with a specific number. It's just like, we all kind of play instruments, so we don't know if we can count or not. So, yeah, in the show, though, I think we came up with like a number of around 12 or 13. I can't remember, though. Yeah.
So obviously a very musically talented family. For reference, I play the clarinet, so that's all so much cooler.
Yeah, none of us can do that.
So how did the band get started? Who was the first to pick up an instrument? What's kind of the origin story?
Yeah, so our story, like most of us said, we started on classical violin, actually. Our mother was a music major in college, and so she started a violin school in Virginia, where we grew up. And so we were just always playing, Bach and Mozart and Beethoven and Vivaldi. And at a certain point, well, actually all the while, our dad was just this electric guitar shredder, and it was like, listen to Led Zeppelin, and here's Boston, and learn this solo. And so we definitely had these two worlds of music influencing us, two very different worlds. And our mom would take us to the library, and she'd say, pick out any CD you want, and we'd all come back with Motown CDs from, I remember NSYNC was a favorite one too, and from just every genre we could listen to, we would. And then probably around teen years, we started writing our own music and branching off, saying if we want a band, if we want to write music, we need that full sound. So people gravitated to what they were interested to, the drums and the keys and the guitars and the bass. And we definitely used the whole team, kind of rely on each other's strengths, so as far as lyrics go. And John really composes a lot of the melodic side of the songs, and Justin's like the gear tech guy, the engineer for recording and demos and that sort of thing. And Jord brings the songs to life with the pulse and the beat and the rhythms. So yeah, it's a big team effort.
So it's very collaborative. No one just goes off into a room and then comes back and says, hey, here's a song we're going to play?
Well, sometimes that happens, and we're open for any, creative flow. That sometimes it's a big jam session with everyone, and sometimes it's those personal times of writing and personal experience, and then you bring it and show it to everyone, and they take it to a new place.
Yeah, it's never been the same for us in songwriting. I don't think we have any two songs that were written the same way. But one of the songs we played today, the first one, Heaven Knows, I remember we were trying to write lyrics to it, and you're just like, okay, we really need a chorus to this song. Everybody break for an hour, and you can write by yourself if you want. You can pair up with somebody if you want, and just come back, and we're gonna, show and tell. And so from that, it was kind of tough, because you're like, I don't want to show, I'm not that proud of this. But we would pick and choose from each person what was really good and kind of mash it all together. And so that one's one of my favorite examples, because I can listen to the chorus in that and hear 3 or 4 different people's influence in it.
Very cool. What does the recording process look like for you guys? Is it just everyone get in a room and we're going to bang it out, or?
You want to talk recording, guys?
Yeah, recording has also looked different for us through the years. We've gone to different studios, one in Virginia, one in Nashville, one in Connecticut, the most recent. And we definitely are trying to, the recording process for us, we feel like would be best if we could just relax and sit in our own home or studio, and you don't feel like you're on the clock every minute of every day.
Yeah, so the next album is going to be released in 8 years, probably. That's when it's going to be ready.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of equipment, and we're going to try and record our own stuff from here on out.
Heck
Any more
yeah.
to add to that? Justin interned at the studio in Connecticut for a month and learned a bunch of stuff, and so we're kind of, hoping to put the Hunt's future in his hands.
Where do you guys draw most of your inspiration and your influence for your music?
Usually I like just finding a quiet room. A lot of times it's during like a party for some reason when I like write the best. But it's like I can always hear like on my voice memos that there's like a party. I was like, oh, that's when they were over. And I went back in a quiet room and just kind of started messing around. So that's usually when I feel most inspired.
Yeah, a lot of our music has been inspired by our childhood, and also like the idea of traveling. And then more recently, the latest album was inspired by our commitment, I guess. Our grandparents were a really good example to us of commitment, and they were committed to each other. And so if you see the album there, it's our grandparents on the front of the album. And so it's just kind of whatever you're feeling is what you really want to write about. It's a lot of times really hard for us to write when it's like we have this song and it really needs lyrics and it's like super happy, but you're not feeling that at the moment, so you kind of like want to sit back and maybe work on something else. We're always trying to figure out how to write where we are and something that relates to all of us and not just like one or two people.
I typically write off of emotions where when I experience something that invokes an emotion that I then am like inspired to write a song about. Like the most recent one that you got to hear.
Do you want to tell us about the most recent one?
Sure. Yeah, we're trying to release a new song, and it kind of features me coming out from behind the drums and playing guitar and leading it. And just a few months ago, back in Virginia, I went into a Chick-fil-A and there was a pretty girl there working the cash register, and so I left there and I just like had these feelings, and so like I wrote this song, and just like kind of like that nervous like I want to get to know you, but like how do I even do this kind of thing, and so I wrote a song about that, and it's a fun jam, and so we're trying to release that this summer in June, and so be on the lookout for that.
And you will know when you hear the song that it was about the cashier at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to her since?
No.
Chalk that one up to unrequited love. So, Josh, you mentioned travel being a big inspiration, and you guys are on tour right now. How has that been going?
It's been going great. This tour has been, we've been really focusing on lyrics because that, for us, really holds us up. We have a lot of instrumentalists that just compose and write beautiful melodies. Jamison and Jonathan have been putting together a lot recently. And they're like, we have this whole album, but right now it's instrumental and it needs lyrics. So this tour was Focus on Lyrics tour, and we've been doing that. And definitely incredible inspiration comes from incredible sights. We're driving through the Rockies and we're getting out to the coast and up in Washington, snowy mountains, and just beautiful scenery has really inspired us. And I think that you may be able to kind of decipher or pick out some of that in our future work, hopefully.
So that's been, on the road to pass the time, kind of a challenge that we've been tasked with to write lyrics. But what's also been cool for me this tour is just a group of 7 siblings from Virginia, all the way on the edge of that East Coast, to come all the way out to Washington and Oregon and Utah, and that there are people who actually show up and know our songs has been mind-blowing to me, and super cool as a band to see that just through the digital age, that your music can really spread across the country, even though having never been there or met these people, they feel like they know us and know our music. So that's been a really cool experience this tour.
Awesome. So you guys were in Denver a couple weeks ago, and you're no strangers to Colorado. We get the shout out, in the song.
Yeah.
You guys have also played Red Rocks, which is like the ultimate mecca for concert goers. What was that experience like?
So Red Rocks, we were touring with OAR. We got to open for them for their summer tour, and we saw that Red Rocks was on the tour, and we were looking at that like, but we're probably not going to get to open for them that night, right? And when they told us, like, no, heck yeah, you guys are opening, you're our opener for this, we were like, are you serious? Like, we get to do that? So it just felt like an once-in-a-lifetime experience, and you can walk down the halls backstage, and there are these posters of every band that's played the stage, and it just felt like a huge honor. Jord had a crazy experience at Red Rocks too, with no pretty girls this time, but like the elevation really got to
so
him.
we had like driven in that night in for sound check, like we loaded the stage, and everybody was like running up and down the stairs, and I was like, oh, I can do that. So I ran up and I like sprinted to the top, and I came back down, and when I was coming down I was like, oh, I didn't even like look at the view when I was up there, so like I just continued, went up again, and I like these guys were watching, so I was like, I gotta be fast when they're watching, so like just was going at it, and when I got up to the top I was like, oh my goodness, like what is this feeling? And I passed out. I passed out at the top. Didn't get a good look at the view up there, but it was like an hour before show, and so they had like a medical room like right next to the stage, because apparently this happens a lot to the artists. So they like strapped me to this chair, and it was like going down the stairs. I'm like throwing up, and it was great. It was a great story, right? Yeah, and so like 5 minutes before the show, like these guys were trying to figure out how to do the show without like the drums, and so like I was like laying there with an IV in my arm. I was like, I have to do the show. Like my hands are cramping, and but like 5 minutes before the show, like I like stood up and like saw how like I felt standing up. I felt like a zombie. Walked out on stage, and like adrenaline like kicked in, and I was able to like do the show. But that was my Red Rocks experience.
Jordan, why do I feel like you have the best stories? You want to tell the crowd surfing one?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'll tell it.
Every drummer is the one with the best stories, I feel like.
Yeah. We've crowd surfed like twice in our lives. Actually, Jamison crowd surfed. We played
Mine was successful.
Yeah. We played at a college, and there was like this other big band that dropped out, and we filled in, so it was like this huge crowd that wasn't expecting us. And they were great, and just Jamison went out, and because it was such a huge crowd, he just crowd surfed, and it was like a first for the band, really cool. The next year, we went back to the college, and so we were like, we got to keep the tradition alive, and Jordan went out, and it was in the auditorium, so there are like these rows of chairs, and so people are kind of like spaced out. Yep.
And so what they did was they like kept pushing me back until there wasn't like anybody anymore, and it was just like on the chairs. Yeah, so my ribs felt pretty good after that. Well, yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
When you guys aren't crowd surfing or passing out at Red Rocks or anything, what do you like to do on your off days on tour?
Yeah, that always changes. We definitely sightsee wherever we are. We went through a disc golf phase where we would like get out of the RV and find a course and go disc golfing. But most recently, it's been rock climbing, bouldering. A few of us are really into that, and just started a little over a year ago and are going like twice a week now. Yeah. So whenever we can get out and find a new rock gym, it's like the coolest thing.
We love hikes and waterfalls, and so we were just in Oregon, so we probably saw like 7 waterfalls, and then we went to Cannon Beach. Everybody said we had to get out there, and there's actually a waterfall at Hug Point going out onto the beach. I have a little 2-year-old, and he was just loving it, and I just have a feeling when we get back to Virginia Beach, he's going to ask me, Mom, where's the waterfall on our beach? And it was just really beautiful, and we love that kind of thing.
Also love looking for like ski slopes and stuff when we're out in Colorado or wherever that have mountains like this where we can find some ski slopes. But my dad is always like, no, we're on tour and you're gonna get hurt, and so but
He has a good point.
yeah.
Go figure.
Knowing your track record.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Cool. So, Jenni, you mentioned that you have a son, and obviously
Yeah.
Jessi is out because she has 2 sons now. Do we see a musical future for them?
Yeah, I think so. Right now, my son is loving the drums. He just likes to beat the heck out of Jordan's drums, and he likes the songs. Actually, his new favorite song is the new one coming out, George's "Life Is Good" song, and
Chick-fil-A girl.
But right now, I can definitely see he's obsessed with anything sports, so I feel like he's naturally drawn to that too. But I definitely want him to learn music.
Cool. So we're going to open it up to Q&A. If anyone wants to come up and ask a question, come steal the mic from me. But before that, what is the last thing that you Googled?
Probably for me, it would probably be the hunts. Like going, I like to see like how our page looks sometimes. I don't have like social media or anything, and so I always like check in on the hunts through Google. So thank you guys.
I looked up adjustable phone holders.
My most recent was a bouldering gym in Boise. So, yeah, we found a cool one there.
Well, I use the Google search on the hourly, and it's usually like health benefits of chia seeds or something like that. But then, similar to Jordan's, I posted, it was my 5th year anniversary with my husband on March 30th, so I posted some of our lyrics with the post on Instagram, and so I was like, I wonder if, somebody were to type in these lyrics into the search engine, if they'd actually show up, and that was super cool that it brought up our website and the lyrics, and that was super cool to see kind of that personal connection. Yeah.
I think I looked up, what was it? How to make money on YouTube. Because we just released a video. We've been releasing videos at the start of this year and have no idea how money making really works on that, so just kind of looked that up. So yeah, you should check out some of our new videos so we can make some money.
Let's see. It was how to get a hunt song on a Google commercial.
Speaking of which, you guys were featured on MTV recently, correct?
Yeah, I think they've featured 2 of our songs on MTV, and we actually got a Milk-Bone Dog Biscuits commercial a couple years ago, and I think a couple online commercials, and Starbucks has got us on their playlist, so that's always really exciting as a band to see your music being synced with these companies and commercials.
So if anyone's watching that has the hookup.
Yeah.
We got songs for you.
Cool. Does anyone from the audience have any questions? I do. Oh, we got one up here.
I'm curious about the sibling dynamic. Is there other siblings, or are all of you in the band? And then as you're growing up, was it just natural that you felt like, yeah, this is what I want to do? Or are there some of you that's kind of like, yeah, this is a second thing that I do, but I have other things that are more primary? I mean, do you feel like you have to be the man? And then also, in terms of just getting along, I have a lot of children and they don't always get along. What are some kind of, I guess, just interesting stories or just, the relationship dynamic that you have there as you're working together as a band, but then also you've had this whole experience growing up together?
Yeah, well, as far as like the siblings, wanting to do music. Like we grew up, our parents were music lovers, and so we grew up under that kind of like household of loving music. And so it was our passion as kids to learn an instrument, and our parents would play around at little events like weddings and things like that. And so when the girls, they're the oldest, when they were like 6, they were twins playing violin, they added them into their act. And everybody loved seeing the little kids play violin. And so when Josh was old enough, like he got into the band, and then like everybody thought like, well, when am I getting into the band? So it was kind of like our passion. We weren't like forced to do anything. We loved doing it. And we even now, nobody's forced to be a part of the band. Like we all love doing this. This is what we love to do. And the door is open for like we've had this conversation multiple times. Like if anybody like has something else, like if they're like, I just want to be a stay-at-home mom and raise my children, like we're not like, no, you're chained to the band. So everybody's in because they want to be in and they love to be here. Yeah.
I remember at a certain point when the older siblings felt like we're the cool ones and the younger ones are the baby ones. We're going to go away and do this music retreat. The younger 2 siblings said, what? You're not leaving us out of this? And we kind of had a talk with them like, well, we're trying to be serious here. We're trying to be a serious band. We're trying to be cool. And if you're going to do this, you need to show that you're ready for that. And they really did step it up. And I can't imagine the band without them now and their influence and all the work that they've put into it. So I think but the sibling rivalry thing, like that's always something families will have to work out, and we have to recommit to each other every day about forgiving each other and grace and being committed to each other first and then the band. But yeah, everyone has other passions too that we like to fill in our time when we're not traveling. But it's been really cool to work hard at this, and I'm really proud of everyone for pushing through the ups and the downs and making it happen.
Thank you guys for being here. This has been so awesome. Kind of going off the sibling dynamics, you mentioned you travel in an RV. Do you guys all fit in one, or is it like a caravan?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we barely fit in one. We're maxed out right now. It's technically sleeps 10, but that's like uncomfortably 10, and if you're really short, yeah. So I'm fine, but some of the taller guys are like, this isn't working.
We're sleeping at like an angle on a 2-seater,
and we have a trailer that with all the gear, and because we typically travel with our own sound and merch and all of that. So right now that works, but we actually did just have a talk about maybe investing in another RV, because the entertainment coaches are a little bit out of the budget or way out of the budget, but trying to make it work with kids coming into the family and girlfriends and husbands and all of that. So yeah, trying to make it work.
And as far as like the dynamic goes, I think we were kind of groomed for it. We grew up in a 3-bedroom house, all 5 guys in one room, like 2 bunk beds and a roll-out bed. And then my sister's in another room, and we all shared one bathroom.
Which is the same story on the RV. There's a little bathroom in there.
Yeah, so we would get home from tour to that house, and that would feel really big to us. We've upgraded since we were kids. But also just, like, depending on how long we're on the road, we just have to be really... what's a good word for that? Yeah, patient with each other, because I mean, you're with somebody for a really long time, and you do get kind of irritable. My mom always would bring up this example. She's like, even if you put like rats together for a really long time, they like start fighting, and we're like, thanks, Mom. But we always have to find that redemption and kind of like resolve.
How do you decide which instruments you're playing for which songs, and when you are trying to figure out, okay, well, how do we play without the drums or something like that? Do you have people that would like rotate in different roles? How would that work?
Yeah, so usually the person who like started the song a lot of times will like be playing it on guitar or piano or whatever they started on, and they're like, I kind of want to play this part. This is like my part that I made up. And then we'll everyone kind of, it's kind of like first come, first serve sometimes. So like whoever makes up like a part on whatever instrument gets that instrument for that song, unless it's like completely, what would you call that? Out, like, because we have to be able to change between songs relatively quick. So if it's like ridiculous, then we'll.
We all have our individual instruments that we kind of gravitated to. And so now and I pretty much just stay on the guitar and I'll switch over to bass for like a song or two. But now some of these other guys are writing songs and coming forward and playing and singing. And I'm like, I look to the bass and Justin's over there on the bass like, I already have a really cool part. And now I'm like, okay, so do I just like stand over on the corner and sing harmony? And so I've been picking up other instruments too. And that's kind of, I think, how it worked when we were younger. For the younger guys, it was like, okay, what's left over and what would sound good?
Yeah, I think that's how we used to do it. I think more recently we're like trying to like look at the vision of the song and be like, does electric guitar belong on this song? Like, yeah, maybe it does. Or like, we'll be like, no banjo on the song. So we all have like a vision of, I don't know, what the song needs, I would say.
Yeah, and I feel like my job is kind of the easiest out of them because I stick to the drums most of the time, like pretty much the whole show I'm on the drums, and then I have one song that I'm just now like coming out and playing guitar. And so then like that's when JJ comes back and plays drums. And that's when like other people have to switch what they usually do because I'm like taking their instrument. So, but for me, it's pretty easy. But like as far as like how do you choose what part to play? Like you just pick up your instrument, whatever you're on, and you go off of what you feel like it needs, and then like everybody gives input to everybody's instrument. Like, what do you think of like playing this fill here,
or not playing that,
or not playing that fill there, or yeah, just everybody gives input to what everybody plays, and so we're all like 7 filters that every part has to like go through before it like makes it on the album.
So kind of following on to that too, do you do like everyone on every song, or is there like some songs where somebody's like, yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out?
Since all 7 siblings are going to be on stage for every song, we try to find a part, and sometimes it is just harmonizing vocally or getting on the tambourine, or because like I play violin, and if a song isn't conducive to the strings, then I'll just sing. And it's a good challenge though to force yourself to learn something new, or even to feel comfortable without hiding behind an instrument, to just be able to stand up there and sing and be confident in that. It's always a challenge, and I feel like we're always growing and pushing each other to the next level, and to, yeah, like Justin said, that vision for the song, that's what's worth it, and to challenge ourselves to get there.
Yeah, I was curious about just kind of how you settled on a sound. You talked about your background of classical and more kind of classic rock, and then how do you all come together to say, yeah, we like this sound together? I've only heard the 3 songs you played today, so I don't know if you have a broader range that you do as well.
So the sound of the band, the genre it's always hard to put a finger on, naming the genre, but I think before we wrote our original music, we were a cover band. We'd just play anything, and we really wanted to zero in on who are the Hunts and what is our sound, and it took a couple years to really get there, but I think through that journey, we realized we like to tell stories with our lyrics. It's very personal, and we're drawn to the acoustic instruments, banjo, guitar, strings, and so we felt like that kind of a folk sound really blended with the storytelling, now in our big sets, like Jamison's got the mando going through pedals and amps, and we've got some amplification and some effects, which really causes this fusion of alternative folk and ambience, and we're really liking that. But yeah, it was definitely a couple years of journey discovering our sound.
Yeah, I think we're all like we like different music. Like Jordan likes, he likes different music than I like, and different. And so we're all very, like, I like more electronic stuff, and then some people like acoustic stuff. So we all kind of know what the Hunts sounds like, and we kind of like go for that sort of vision.
I think a big part of our sound that we're just kind of now realizing is like siblings harmonizing. I've heard there's something there, like versus strangers harmonizing, so that I think that plays a big role in our sound. It's just vocals and harmony.
With all of your different music tastes, I'm curious to see what your favorite band or artist has been recently.
Okay, cool. One of my favorites, well, I have so many, it's hard to pick one. I typically like a lot of singer-songwriter or just not so much like maybe vocally great, but lyrically rich. So like Bob Dylan or Leonard Cohen or Damien Rice, Keaton Henson are some of my real favorites. And then bands, there's a band called Dry the River that has been my favorite for a while now.
Yeah, for me, I feel like the latest band that I got into a lot was Cage the Elephant, but my favorite band is Sigur Rós. And because just how, like I was saying, I write out of emotion, I feel like their band does the same thing. Like they just write out of deep emotions, and I connect to that. Like I don't know what he's saying because he's singing in a different language, but I connect to like the emotions that the songs are giving and everything. So that's my favorite band.
Yeah, I like music that's really like had some serious production going to it. So I like MGMT or like the Flaming Lips. That's like that music isn't natural. It's just made from all this crazy recording stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Josh, and I don't really have favorites. I like parts of a lot of bands. A lot of times I'm like, oh, I don't like that side of them, but I like this song. Or so I guess some older Arcade Fire. I really like their older stuff. And I like a lot of Alt J, and their beats and stuff are really cool. So.
Yeah, I've been currently listening to Dr. Dog. It's a cool band there.
I think if you were to ask me and my sister, we're oldies fans, and Carole King and Mamas and the Papas, I think, did have a big influence on us as younger people, the layered vocals and stuff. And so I'll never get away from them, but listening a lot right now to Swedish Sisters First Aid Kit. Love their sound and their harmonies.
Well, thank you guys so much again for coming and joining us for a wonderful performance and great Q&A, and thank you everyone for being here.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.